Okay, first things first. I'm an Ultrakill player, so my viewpoints will be mostly based around that game. I don't claim to be good at Dimensional Slaughter, I'm most likely not. The game hasn't been out for long enough for me to get a full impression, but so far I'm seriously enjoying the game. I don't think that it's very fair to compare the games directly, because Dimensional Slaughter is a lot newer, so... but other than that, that should be everything. So I first saw Dimensional Slaughter on the Ultrakill subreddit in a post saying how it's a copy of Ultrakill, and I could see how somebody would think that. Getting into the game for the first time, it seems very similar to Ultrakill with the low poly style and the kill enemies to heal mechanic. Not to mention the wall jumping, which is a pretty core part of Ultrakill. There's also ground slams and slamming to regain height from a jump. Here we get into one of my first gripes with the game, and that's that the wall jumping momentum can be really weird to get used to, with the way that it kinda carries your momentum in only one direction and then bases that off of where you're looking. But honestly, at this point, all the similarities to Ultrakill have ended, but the game's only just beginning. The game has no dash, and even references Ultrakill in one of its pause menu pop-ups. One difference about this game is that instead of it being a level-based shooter like Ultrakill, it's more of an arena-centered game. And then there's the big issue here, in my opinion, and that's its ammo management system. I know that in the Ultrakill community, ammo management has kind of become a meme thanks to a certain condiment, but it honestly plays to the game's strengths quite well. I like that because it gives a reason to use the Shocker Punch move, which I feel like I wouldn't use much if it didn't give you back as much ammo as it did, because that's the only way to regain your ammo that isn't picking up an ammo pack. Hitting play prompts you with your 3 difficulties. I personally play on normal just because I don't really play games for the challenge, I just play them to have fun, and trust me, this game is very fun once you get used to it. This game doesn't have projectile boosting, and honestly, I don't find myself using the shotgun that much, except for against one specific boss, who almost seems made for it. And I know that I'm gonna sound a lot like Under the Mayo here, but I feel like the pistol is a bit too powerful, because it can kill the small enemies in just a single hit, and the ult fire kills pretty much everything in a single hit that isn't a boss. When you start the game, it may seem pointless to hang around in areas once you've completed them, but if you stick around and gain enough points, you can actually gain extra lives. One thing that I don't really like in this game are the scorpion enemies specifically, because they're just really small, and I feel like they can do too much damage in such a short period of time. And that brings me to another issue. In this game, it doesn't really seem like you have many immunity frames, because you can just take hit after hit after hit, which can kinda lead to some unfair deaths. Surprisingly enough, this game doesn't feel unfair when you die, because of how snappy it is to get back into a new run. It's really helpful for the game's flow and not breaking the momentum that you could have from it. You may note that I'm using the word run here, which is commonly used in roguelike games, but that's because that's what this game actually is, and that's a huge difference from Ultrakill. When you finish slaughtering a dimension, as the game calls it, you get to pick between 3 perks, an extra life, or nothing at all if you choose, and this really helps to set it apart from Ultrakill. The perks don't affect much, but when they get layered up on each other, because it's a roguelike, you can get more than one, then the game can really start to change. Very big highlight for me in this game are the bosses. I really love how they have a handcrafted animation before each fight, and this boss specifically is the entire reason for the shotgun existing to me, because this boss has a 2% chance to be stunned when you shoot it with a single bullet, and since the shotgun fires 40 bullets per shot, then that's basically what it's mainly good for in this fight. thing that I like a lot in this game is that there's these secret buttons that you can press. There's one of them in each level, and pressing all three of them in a single world will unlock the secret level to you that you can play once you've finished the boss. I don't know why I'm saying play here, considering it's more of a storytelling level, if anything. Not too sure what these secret levels are supposed to signify at this point in the game, since we don't have the full game yet. We've only got 3 of the 8 worlds, and I'm assuming that there's one of these in each, therefore meaning that we've got to get through every single one. And those are my thoughts on Dimensional Slaughter. I'm really excited to see how far this game will go in terms of development, and the developers seem to be very nice. I've had the opportunity to talk to one of them, and I'm really excited to see how this game will go. There's a free demo, so make sure that you check that out, and I guess see you in the next video.